Hi, I'm Graz. I am the leader and creator of the GKBC, which stands for the Griswold King Book Club, which is basically a book club consisting of myself, my mom, my wife, and my daughter. So 3 generations reading mostly Stephen King. Not totally Stephen King, but mostly. We read other things too, as will eventually come out. This is my very first video. As you can probably already tell, I'm very nervous about being on camera, so bear with me. I'll get better. Everybody does, right? I'm going to do the Newbie Booktube Tag, so let's just get into that. Okay, question 1. Why did you start this channel? Well, why not add my voice to the masses? I have a lot of book knowledge. I've been reading a very long time, and I read tons of books of all genres. That's my Alex Trebek nod right there. It's for my daughter. So, just, I guess, one more rook at the gallows, so to speak. Question 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? Well, I do think that I have a very fun reading project idea for next year. I'm not going to give that up yet. I'm still kind of working out the kinks, but I think it's going to be really fun and really cool. And our Stephen King book club, our Stephen King book club has all 4 of us, and we have a unique rating system. It's not technically stars. We rate each book out of 10, and we give decimal points. Like, so-and-so could be a 6.93 out of 10. And then we combine all 4 and divide it. And then that's the book's rating. So I think that's kind of unique, and I think people might enjoy that. Question 3. What are you most excited about for this new channel? Well, there's really 3 things. To see if anybody really cares about what I think about books. Number 2 is I think it would be really cool if a bigger booktuber invites me to a tag. And 3rd, it's actually would be really awesome if I eventually got slightly big enough to where I could maybe get an ARC, which for uninitiated means advanced reader copy. Question 4. Why do you love reading? Simple. It's a million lives, a million worlds, a million voices, and a million paths. Question 5. What book or series got you into reading? Started pretty early with the 3 Investigators. Moved on to the Hardy Boys. In between, kind of with some Tom Swift, The Great Brain, stuff like that. I even read Nancy Drew. And then, you know, so really those are, and I'm still, like, when I'm being Mr. Fact Man among my family, I'm still spouting off those facts to this day that I learned in those books. So, it's not just for kids. Question 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I honestly have no idea on that. The questions kind of come as I watch the video, and then I just put it in the comments if I think about it. So, I really don't have an answer for that one, sorry. Question 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Well, you're seeing one. The nerves of being on camera. Eventually hearing my own voice, which I know everybody hates. And basically figuring out a format that'll work best for me. Because right now I'm kind of sitting in our dining room, you know, so maybe we'll figure out something better, who knows. Question 8. When did you start reading? Early. Very early. Before preschool. Maybe even before the age of 4. I can't remember. I just know that my grandmother had me reading early. Question 9. Where do you read? 95% of the time sitting up in bed. The other 5 just in a chair. But very rarely do I do that. It's mostly in bed. I like to read in bed. Number 10. What kind of books do you read? I'm a cornucopia. I read nonfiction. I read what I've come to understand are called bricks, books that are 500 pages or more. I read any kind of fiction. I guess mostly I kind of stay away from young adult romances. So probably not so much that, but I will read it if somebody gives it to me or recommends it. That'd be kind of neat. But yeah, I'll basically tackle anything. Number 11, what does your book collection look like? Well, it's all over right now. You can kind of see some of it next to me, I think. I'm kind of rebuilding it because we had a flood and I lost just almost all of my collection. So I'm slowly rebuilding, going to used bookstores and buying as I think about it and stuff. That's the Newbie Book Tag. But I want to talk just a little bit beyond that. My inspirations to start this channel are, there are 4, and you're kind of going to see one right away. So there's 4 reasons why I kind of started this booktube channel. Number 5 is Brian Lee Durfee. That's a nod to him. He always says, I've got a top 10 for you, and then he's like number 12. And I love that. So, and I love watching him and his passion. And I just love that. So he's one of my inspirations. Plus, I kind of feel where he's coming from lately, because I'm maybe not from the same thing that he is, but I'm gradually losing my eyesight as well. Without the glasses, everything is blurry. So, you know. But anyway, I also like Tad reads books. I really like the way he does his bookkeeping at the beginning of his videos, where he basically tells you what he's been reading. And like the page counts of stuff and when it was published and stuff like that. I like that because not a lot of people do that, and it's basically the nuts and bolts that makes everything run. So I like that. And then my top 2, really, and I know I said 5, but I've got a negative at the end, which will be number 5. But Stately Vaughn Manor, Michael K. Vaughan. I watch him with my daughter. We do not watch it alone. We do all of his tags together. We laugh along with Roger, his book buyer. I mean, he is what I hope to eventually become on BookTube. And, number 4 would be Dave Reads King. And all of these 4 channels I will link in my description if anybody watches this and wants to follow to them that doesn't already watch them, because they are all fabulous. But Dave Reads King was honestly my number 1 inspiration to do this, because he goes through Stephen King chronologically and gives you 19 reasons to read each book. If you want to know why 19, well, maybe read more King. But he's brilliant at it, and even though he's kind of afraid of tractors, he's still basically my BookTube idol. And the 5th one is bad booktubers who go through the time to create a video about a book, and then as they're telling you the premise of the book or something about it, they get minor things wrong as they're going. That really irks me, because if you're going to take your time to make a video about something and then waste my time watching it, you should at least know what you're talking about and not make those little mistakes, because somebody who's actually read the book and remembers those details, it'll get under their skin, kind of like me. So I'm going to vow to whoever watches me that I will not make those mistakes. And since I am human, if I do, I will be happy to be called out on it. Now for the channel here, I will be erratic. I'm not going to give you any kind of schedule. I know I've got some great ideas for some series of videos, My cousin's wife loves it when we say series instead of the regular plural of it. And I just, I'm going to upload a video whenever I kind of feel the urge. I might swear. I'll try not to because my mom's going to be watching these with me. But I might. I get passionate about books sometimes. And obviously, with the way we rate our books, some videos will be spoiler heavy, but it will be in the title. And I will be very open about it at the start. So if you watch my videos and I tell you that they're spoilers and you don't want to be spoiled, then you know, don't watch all the way through. Just give me a view. But you will get my book knowledge straight from the hip. So that's the Newbie Book Tag and my inspirations for starting BookTube. And what I'm going to do each video is I'm going to finish with an unpopular opinion. And then hopefully that gets some discussions going. So for my first video, I'm going to start with a lightning bolt of one. Steven Weber is a better Jack Torrance than Jack Nicholson. Thank you. And read more books.